Yo guys, what's up? It's your boy TRUEDBZ back with another discussion video. In today's video, I will discuss my top 5 changes I want for the system mechanics in the upcoming Dragon Ball FighterZ patch 1.34. Before we get into today's topic, please hit the like and subscribe button at the end if you enjoyed the video. It does wonders for the channel and helps me stay motivated to create more content like this. Also, be sure to check out the links below. In the description are my links to my socials, including my new Discord server, the True Community. My channel artist page on Twitter and TikTok is also there, where he posts his artworks and commissions. Finally are my playlists that will provide you with more content. Without further ado, let's get into today's topic. EVO 2024 has recently ended, and it was a fantastic show for all the games that appeared, especially the main stage games. Sadly, Dragon Ball FighterZ didn't make it. To refresh everyone, a couple months before EVO, the producer of the Dragon Ball FighterZ team, Tomoko Hiroki, announced that after the event, we would get another balance patch in celebration of the Dragon Ball FighterZ 2024-2025 World Tour. We have no idea how the team's mindset is moving forward into this next stage of Dragon Ball FighterZ. Will the patch be focused on system mechanics, nerfing top tiers, buffing low tiers, or adding new mechanics to shake up the game? Anything is on the table. In this video, I like to throw out my ideas for what I want to see in the game. I'll be focusing on the system mechanics in today's video. I'll also have a companion video going over character changes. The link will be in the description. Some of my ideas are more possible than others, and with the small team I assume Dragon Ball FighterZ has at this point, major system changes are way less likely than major character changes. I feel like my list here isn't anything super crazy to implement. I would genuinely be surprised if nothing on this list appeared in the real 1.34 patch. For disclaimer, this is my opinion, and I'm not a pro player or a developer, so my viewpoint will be different from most people who consume Dragon Ball FighterZ content. But I hope you guys will at least hear me out, and if you disagree, agree, or somewhere in the middle, please leave comments down below. Now let's jump into my top 5 list. Number 1 on my list is user interface additions. My particular choices are a punish indicator, a meter penalty indicator, and indicators for a character specific level ups, power ups, and summons. A punish indicator is important to provide information to the player about the move they punished, because it's hard to know if they attacked the recovery frames or the opponent just didn't block. A meter penalty indicator would be a good addition because with a lot of strong EX moves and supers, knowing when you can and cannot build meter is important. Indicators for level ups, power ups, and summons will make playing characters and playing against them easier. My examples are Adult Gohan's Potential Unleashed, Android 21 Lab Coat's Photon Pulse, and Nappa's Cyberman. This addition applies to many more characters and could increase their viability if implemented. Number 2 is adding the ability to deal damage to assists even when the point character is defeated. Happy birthdays are critical to any team-based fighting game. Depending on the strength of assists in the game, punishing them should be balanced correctly. Dragon Ball FighterZ in this case missed the mark, as the game has some of the best assists in fighting games while making punishing them nearly impossible. Having nearly no assist recovery, confusing spawn placements, and a nonsensical blowback system, Dragon Ball FighterZ does not make happy birthdays easy. However, my biggest gripe is not being able to deal damage because the point character could die early in my combo. This change would help punish bad assist calls and make using big damage supers like level 3s worthwhile beyond defeating the point character. Beam level 3s like Janemba's Needle Light Shower, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta's Final Flash, and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's Big Bang Kamehameha will gain vastly more value with this change, making them on par with cutscene level 3s and level 3s that only kill on the last hit, like Android 18's Accel Dance and Broly's Gigantic Meteor. This would also be a mini buff to Sparking and Limit Break, as both of these mechanics increases the player's damage, making happy birthdays hurt even more. Number 3 is lowering the Limit Break damage buff from 20% to 5%. Honestly, I would like to erase Limit Break from the game, but I want to try and be realistic here. If you have seen any of my videos going over Dragon Ball FighterZ system mechanics, you would know how much I hate Limit Break on a fundamental level. Limit Break is a passive buff the player receives when losing 2 characters on the team. It provides the following buffs: a 20% damage increase, 1 full bar of meter on first entry, taking away 10% more of your opponent's blue health when getting hit, stalls your sparking timer when you're comboing, and also gives you the ability to combo level 1s into level 3s. If you think that's way too much for a passive buff, then you'd be correct. Like I said before, I'd remove it entirely, but if I want to stay realistic, then lowering the damage increase is the bare minimum I can expect them to change. Rewarding losing is anti-player and leads to people believing they're good at the game just because they can press 2M with base Goku, Tien, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and many others into a normal B&B that kills the opponent. It's insane that this mechanic ever got released to the public, and even more insane how much they've been buffing it over time. Number 4 is adding a stackable timer to meter penalty. Meter penalty was a game changer when it was released in Season 2's launch patch. Because spamming EX moves and supers for unreactable mix-ups and neutral interactions were common. Now we're back in the same situation where EX moves like Cell's Perfect Attack and Nappa's Cyberman, alongside supers like Krillin's Scattering Energy Wave and base Vegeta's Galaxy Breaker, are used in almost every situation possible. The current meter penalty system from my testing is system mechanics and EX moves have a 90% meter gain reduction for 4 seconds, and all supers have the same meter reduction, but it lasts for 9 seconds. My reason for a stackable timer is that currently the timer resets after meter use. For example, if you do EX move into EX move, the timer will be 5 seconds instead of 8 seconds. And EX moves into supers will be 10 seconds instead of 13. Additionally, since combos last longer, most times the 4-second cooldown won't be enough to matter, but it is noticeable on some characters more than others. I believe this will be a small but impactful change for offensive meter usage like level 3 into Vanish or level 3 into EX move, as well as defensive meter usage like EX reversals and guard cancel. This meter penalty system is closer to solving the meter usage issue than whatever the hell meter nerfs were in patch 1.32 were supposed to do. Number 5 is locking the use of assists when using barriers, counters, and EX versions of head invul and projectile invul special moves. This change is probably my most radical, as this would change so many characters' playstyles, but this is a necessary change that I can't believe the FighterZ team hasn't made since the original nerf to DPs back in Season 1. The change will help counterplay in neutral and defensive situations, while also lowering the rate of scrambles. The lockout system would work similarly to the one that's applied to normal reversals, where assists are locked out while the move is in its active and recovery frames, and 2 seconds afterwards. This will be a major blow to characters like Android 17, Janemba, Cell, Android 21 Lab Coat, and many others, as these moves define the current meta of the game. In conclusion, there are probably more system changes that I and the Dragon Ball FighterZ community would want for the game, but the final decision comes down to Hiroki and her team. Do I think these changes will completely save the game? Maybe, but the devs will need to properly balance the characters alongside the system to function and be fun to the majority of players. With all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please support the channel by hitting the like and subscribe button. Remember to check out my links in the description, especially my Twitter, Discord, and playlists. That's all I have for today, so have a good evening everyone, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Sayonara!